think we got. Hey, we got it. Oh my. we we got it. Sorry everybody. I apologize for waiting so long. Uh that took longer than expected. Oh, we got some. Hey. Okay, we had some background chatter. But hey, we got it. We got it. We finally got it. Oh yeah, I need to let everybody know I'm live. Hey, Commissar, how goes it? It goes well. It goes well. Sorry about the delay, folks. But we did finally manage to get the technical difficulties cleared up. Um, do you see? Is there a delay in my responses to the chat? Is there a delay in video quality? I need to figure that out real quick. That's like mission number one. Need to kind of figure that out. Test. It's a little bit of a delay. Looks like. 10 seconds. Oh, okay. All right. That you know what? That's good. Okay. All right. We're good. Let me get into voice recording. Anyway, we are doing great. We're doing great. Oh my goodness. That was it was a bit of a nail biter. I really wanted to paint tonight. I wanted to paint tonight and get some work done. Hold on. I'll be right back, folks. I'm just going to grab some water. And but everything. But how are you doing Phaedros? Oh, let me because I did. Um, okay. How are we doing, Phaedros? Just trying to make sure that everything's going well. Good. Just woke up from an impromptu nap. Excellent. 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 It's always nice to wake up from an impromptu nap. All right. I will be right back. Just going to be right back, folks. is everybody today? I hope everyone's doing well. All right. Hi, Bubbas. Yes. Yes. Oh, that was a good yawn. That was a good yawn. That's a good yawn. Hi. How are you? Hi. We're going to do some pupper cam real quick. Let's do some pupper cam real quick. Alrighty. Here's our buddy. Here's Yarrick. Oh, and guess what else came in the mail? Yarrick. Yarrick. He? Yarrick. Yar. Oh. He? We have Yark the German Shepherd. Oh. We have Yark the German Shepherd and Yark the model. Are you tired, buddy? Well, you can go to sleep if you want. Phaedros just woke up from a nap, so kind of funny for you to go to sleep. Oh, bye-byes. You're okay. You're just gonna stand guard? Okay, that's fine. Such a good puppers. Good puppers, Yarrick is. All right. How is everybody? I hope everyone's doing well. I really do. Hope everyone's doing good. All right. So what are we working on tonight? Well, we are working on the Ogrins. Let me just. So we're going to be working on Commissar's duty. The Commissar's duty. That is a model for Russ. And then we're going to be working on Johnny Zed's Ogrins. And primarily we're going to be working on making Nork Deadog. And then we're going to be doing 2 regular Ogrins. That's going to be like Nork's buddies, battle buddies. And so we'll be making those guys for Johnny. And then Russ's Commissar's duty. And then Russ has requested that I paint him up like me. So that'll be fairly easy. But we're going to be doing the bodies for... oh, I forgot to clean this pad. Damn. I totally forgot to... I was so focused on actually getting the technical difficulty stuff squared away that I totally forgot to clean up this wet palette. It's being used actually, or not wet palette, but plastic palette. It's being used appropriately. But yeah, I totally blanked on that. I don't want to leave you guys again, but I need to because there's not a whole lot of room left. I guess there's some room. But we're just doing skin and all that stuff. We also finally got other paints. If I can get to them. Yeah. So put that right there. And we got other paints that we Desperately needed. I forgot which one was it. I think it was. We desperately needed those because some of them dried out. And so we're putting that together. What's on the chopping block for you, good sir? One more was escaping. Okay, so get that brown right there. Bugman's glow is going to move over here. We also got an XV88. No, that one's still unopened. So let's move that one here. Right? No. Yeah. Here. Okay. This is Stabby. Yeah, so we're working on the gifts, and then after we work on the gifts, we'll start setting up the second round stuff, and then when we wait for the second round, hey Mark, how you been? Those are pretty neat. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How's it been, Chief? Because you're promoted now. You're no longer a petty East. You're no longer part of the peasant mafia. Now one of the gods. Oh, you went to Mobile, Alabama? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Mobile, Alabama. Blah, 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 blah. Good Lord, I can't talk right now. Mobile, Alabama. There we go. If you say mobile, that's wrong. Mobile. I didn't know you PCS'd. Or you're about to. Is it because you promoted? In the Air Force, if you make a certain rank, depending on how many billets they have at that unit, that's an instant PCS out of the unit. It's just because it's a personnel thing. Faces with spaces. We haven't moved from California, but we're moving in June. Ah, damn! I was hoping to meet you, man. Go figure. We were the closest we've ever been in years. Nah, I was due for transfer, but yeah, that's typically the case. Oh, okay, all right. So it did just the stars aligned perfectly to where you were going to get transferred anyway, and then you got promoted. Did you have you pinned on, or are you still frocked? Oh, let's talk on Discord to try something, dude. And try something, dude. I'm an E7, but I won't be paid until summer. Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm on the voice right now. Oh, you mean afterwards? Oh, okay, all right. Sorry. I misunderstood. I misunderstood what you just said. Yeah. No. I reread it. Yeah, we should try and plan something before you leave. So you're still frocked. I mean, you're pinned, but you're not getting paid. That's the one thing I love about the Air Force is that when you sew on your rank, you get paid as that, right? Your promotion date, your sew on date, and your pay date are all the same. The only time where we get breveted, right, where we become that rank, or where we fill in that role temporarily as that rank, is in extreme circumstances. There hasn't been a breveted promotion in quite a while. Now you can fulfill a what we call a an E6 or an E7 billet. You can fulfill the duties of an E7, but you're still an E6. Um, it just looks better on your promotion statements if your leadership's like, oh, he's performing at a master sergeant's level. Go ahead and promote him to E7 because he's already doing the job anyway. But you don't. They don't call you a master sergeant. They still call you a tech sergeant. All that stuff. That's how the Air Force works. But yeah, the last time anyone got breveted to another rank, ooh, especially in the Air Force, shit, I want to say it was during Vietnam. I want to say the last time any airman, enlisted airman, or officer actually was breveted to another rank was, I want to say, Vietnam. I could be wrong. I could be personally wrong, but yeah. But yeah, we'll plan something. I'll message you after we stream. Uh, but anyway, man, how have you been? I mean, obviously you're PCSing, so that must be super stressful. Um, uh, and I'm assuming your new unit is like hopefully easing you into that PCS. For those of you that don't know, a PCS is a permanent change of station. Um, but yeah, hopefully your new unit's hooking you up, doing the homie hookup, and like setting you up for success, house wise, mailbox wise, you know, all that stuff. All right. We yeah. So we're gonna work on these ogrins. Uh, oh yeah, that's right. I have to scrub this. Oh man. Uh, yeah. It should only take me a few minutes, or not even a few minutes, like 2 minutes. Hold on, because like some of this stuff is like peelable. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Cool. 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 Yeah. On my side of the house, I've been doing pretty good. You know. We'll find out board results for Master Sergeant here in the next like 2, maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, probably sometime in mid June, maybe early July. We'll find out when Masters who got tapped on the shoulder to become Master Sergeant. Um, I don't think I made it this year. I was 30 points underwater last year, and the only thing that really set me apart this year was my individual achievement, uh, Air and Space Achievement Medal for helping someone uh, out of a seizure and like giving them medical aid. Um, there really wasn't. Hey, Quackamo. There, but that wasn't enough to push me over the top to get a promotion statement. Um, I'm very appreciative of the medal, and I wasn't looking for an award. I'm doing all right, um, but it was still, it's still something. You know what I mean? Um, so, I mean, there's that, but there's nothing like in my mind. There's nothing out there that pushed me over the top to get me a promotion statement. So, you know, there is that. Um, but I hope everyone's doing well. Quackamo, I hope you're able to hobby with me. Phaedros, I hope you're ready to hobby with me. Um, you know, Mark, I know you're probably boxing up your life right now, so you're probably not going to hobby with me anytime soon. Um, are you doing a personal Diddy move down to Alabama, or or is the Navy slash Coast Guard moving your entire life for you? I don't know how you guys do your PCSs. Sometimes the Air Force gives you the option. Sometimes the Air Force is like, absolutely not. You are not doing a Diddy move, especially overseas. They're like, absolutely not. All right, I peeled off most of it. I think I am gonna take some water to this, so I'll be right back. I hope everyone is having a good time. I know I haven't started painting yet, but um, once it'll take me like a few seconds to just clean this palette up, and then we'll clean this up real quick. For some reason, my whole body hurts, and I just woke up. Dang it! I mean, getting old sucks. Getting old sucks. It's not fun, but uh, you just have to like, in my opinion, especially when you're getting there in age and all that stuff, you just need to like dig in. Um, uh, and do stretches. Do lots of stretches. Um, that's how you can make yourself feel better. I posted we're still waiting for the Iron Halos to arrive. Ooh. Oh, those are cool. You'll forgive me because you use the beakies. They almost look like they almost look like Raven Guard. Like the fact that the Raven Guard and the Iron Hands have similar color palettes. But yeah, those look fucking cool. All lightning claws. That's terrifying. Two plasma pistols and the rest of them are all lightning claws. How that's really terrifying. Holy shit. I got myself a death jester. Ooh, okay. All right. So we're all focusing on blending everything together, on becoming walking Cuisinarts. Yes, they are a Raven Guard success chapter. Wait, but I thought, oh, Iron Halos. Oh, okay. I thought you said Iron Hands, or I thought you were talking about your Iron Hands guys. Ah, Okay, so they are a Raven Guard successor chapter, or at least this particular squad is part of a Raven Guard successor chapter. Ah, gotcha. That makes a hell of a lot more sense. I mean, it looks cool. Now the question is are you going to get the Primarisified Shrike? Honestly, I hope Corvus Corax comes back, and I hope they make him into an Imperial. I'm gonna give them all Iron Halos. They're part of my custom chapter. Oh, okay, all right. Can you give them? Can you give aggressors? I think that's what they're called. No, not aggressors. Inceptors. The Primarisified Assault Marines. Can you give them Iron Halos? Is that an option? Because I know Iron Halos gives you an invul save. So is that an option to give the Assault Marines all invul saves? That's fucking dirty if you can. Or are you just modeling them to model them? Quote unquote rule of cool. Because that's dirty. I mean, it's already a dirty squad to begin with because you have two plasma pistol guys with power fists, and the rest of them are all power claws, which is atrocious. That's so disgustingly powerful. I mean, you're basically able to kill anything. Like, unless you have an invul save or a hellaciously high armor save, you are killing them in one or two turns, particularly if they're a tank. I'm running them as Vanguard vets, so instead of the shields that give them, I'm modeling them with the Iron Halo just to show instead. Oh, that's cool. That's also very frightening, but that's cool. So it counts as Vanguard vets. Oh, okay. Ah, that makes more sense. Yep, and your Smash Captain. Or is that the sergeant for the unit? Yeah, the fact that 11th edition is about to be gross with melee. Smash Captain. I mean, it's true. That's what it is. That's exactly what that is. It's a captain with a jump pack, a iron halo, a storm shield, and a giant ass hammer. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go clean this real quick. I've been saying it for like the last like 10 minutes now. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah. Those are some really good models, by the way. I love your checkerboard pattern. That's a really clean checkerboard pattern for his Targe or whatever the shield, whatever the chest shield's called. I like that. That's really slick. All right, let's get to it. I'm glad it's a rest day because I'm tired. Oh, I'm lit tired. Yeah, yeah. Working 3 days straight, 12-hour shifts does take it out. So I feel you. I really do. I feel you on that. Sitting. More. Hope everyone's. I really do hope that everyone's getting at least some hobbying done. I am excited to if we can meet up before you head down to Alabama, Mark. I'd be digging that. What should I base my jester? Black or white? I would say black only because I mean it says it in the name, Death Jester, right? And I would do like sepulcher style patterns on. Actually, you want some decent. Hold on. Uh, if you want some like sepulcher art, let's see. Sepulcher tomb design. So that's the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Because I'm thinking a death jester, right? It's the mockery of death. So I would do black or the humor of death. I would do black and do it that way to mimic um, a mourner, right? I mean that's kind of where my mindset is. Got any references I could look up? Well, because if you type in sepulcher tomb, it's gonna go to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Um, oh, you know what? I art. So now that I think about it, I think that you should kind of get some inspiration from New Orleans cities of the dead. They're tombs that are crypts for obviously dead people, but they're packed. And the thing is that they're mostly made out of marble. Um, so I would do if you wanted to do a white, I would kind of do it off of that. And they have some pretty decent detail on some of the frescoes. Uh, I'm gonna just give you this so you can actually look at it. I'm gonna DM this to you. Where are you? There. If you did want to go the white, the priming it white, you should do that. I think that would be kind of cool. Um, it's in New Orleans. They use because most of New Orleans is swamp ground. They bury their people in these cities of the dead, um, and it just kind of caught on. Uh, but again, I would. Oh, actually, what you could do, seeing as it's a death gesture, is hold on. Now that I'm really talking about it. Ooh, I love that Nurgle kill team piece. That's a really good piece. I like that. Oh, I like the blue fire coming from the mace head. Ah, yeah, no, that's a really good piece. God, what are they called? They're called pallbearers. Hold on. It's like dancing pallbearers. Yeah, Ghana's dancing pallbearers. Um, they have. It's not just in Ghana, although that's the meme. You know what I mean? But they have very um, distinct clothing. Um, and you could do the death gesture kind of similar to that. And they have obviously they're mostly dressed in black, but there are definitely more colorful outfits that they do. Um, they have the traditional black tuxedos. They have the traditional. There's some white dancing pallbearers. There's these really cool orange and red or yellow and red uniforms. You could do that. Back. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just recommending if you wanted another route, you could do the dancing pallbearers. Um, Here, let me do this one. Let me send you that one real quick for the death jester because they have different uniforms. Yes, they have the tuxedo, but they also have like a white uniform. I've seen them in different other um, uniforms. So yeah, you could also do that. Yeah, I think that would work. And I think it would be very on brand with a death jester. Now, granted, he's also got a massive fucking gun, um, but I think it very much would be on brand. I was thinking about maybe going purple, but maybe one side as a bright color. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then in which case I would recommend you prime white to make the colors brighter. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. Purple paints for something. Purple paints is something for a bright cape. I mean, if you're gonna go purple, look at the color wheel. You can't go wrong with red. You couldn't go wrong with a light blue. Um, Yellow, I think, would work, but it's more of a trim. Um, Greens would work, but I think that's too cool of a color. It's a good question. I don't know necessarily. Purple pants. I would try and complement do a complementary pattern of color for purple. I don't know if there is one, but you would do one. That would be my suggestion. Color wheel says purple green. I mean, yeah, you could do that. Depending on the color of green and the hue of green, you could do that. Pterodon turquoise and Gene Stealer purple. I have Gene Stealer purple. Let me take a look. I don't have Pterodon turquoise, but yeah, I don't think that that's too offensive. Yeah, I don't think that that's too offensive at all. Well, just remember, whatever hue you get, it has to kind of match color wheel wise. Um, Eldarium, or maybe it's more green. I mean, yeah. I mean, it just you just remember, you just have to make sure that it actually looks good. That's I couldn't give you any advice on that per se. Ultimately, you have to be the one that's happy about it. Hey, Commissar, how are you painting? How are you at painting skin? That's the weakest. That's my weakest part. That's a good question. I. All right. We'll take this guy for example. If I can get the camera to cooperate with me. There we go. Um, what I what I did, right? Just nope. That's not gonna help me. So come on. All right. I'll have to manually screw with the camera real quick. Cadian flesh tone and Shade Reichland flesh tone easy skin. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is obviously like the path of least resistance. Um, but whoa, shit. So what I did for this particular Ogren is I did a thin coat or tried to get as much of the paint on the muscle as possible, and then what wasn't covered completely or looked watery, I retouched up in order to get um, the smooth style of skin to make it look almost like it is actually skin instead of uh, loose paint, blotchy paint, all that stuff. But yeah, Quackamole's right. You can use Cadian flesh too. I mean, alien skin too, like purples and greens. But that ogre looks great, by the way. Ooh, um, that is a great question. So for the Chimera, right? Um, Eliza just wanted kind of the box standard purple, and so I played around with some purples until I got to the correct shade that I liked, and then I did the same thing. I thinned it out, painted it like did kind of two paints, the two paint like obviously how Duncan says you thin your paints and then you do two coats. I did something similar, except I did it a little bit more than just two coats, just so you know exactly that this model is actually um, purple and all that stuff. And then the wings are black because that's what the model on the box calls for. I did take some creative licensing when it came to the spines, um, and I did a brown for the spines and whatnot. But everything else, I followed the book art for the most part. But thank you. But yeah, I hate to rip Duncan's phrase, but two thin coats and that would be it. Or you can do a thick coat, drag it all across the model, right, and then clean it up after it dries on the recesses and whatnot. That would be my take on it. Now, what screws me up is not the skin portion, but the eyes. I always struggle with eyes. I'll have one eyeball doing this, another eyeball doing that. We're just waiting for the. I did some eyes for a miniature of the month. One was good, the other one not so much. Yeah, I occasionally have the walleye syndrome when it comes to some of my models. So we're just waiting for the skin to dry on these guys, for me to retouch over the skin, especially for Nork's skin because he's so pale. Because yeah, you got this. Come on, come on, focus, you. Yeah, so you got this right, and it's kind of good, but you can see where the black primer is like sticking out. So I think another stint in the in elf flesh will probably make this guy look a little bit more flatter in the color aspect. Ooh, ooh! I like the shark. I like the squig shark. Yeah, that's a good color scheme. That's a solid color scheme. And then the Tyrannid's pretty good too. I think you need to not stop doubting yourself when it comes to like alien fleshes and all that stuff. Yeah, I think you did a pretty bang up job, my guy. Like the great white pattern on this squig, on this big squig for the beast snagga boys, that one's pretty heavy fucking metal, I'm not gonna lie. I think that you're not giving yourself enough credit, dude. There's nothing Mike would play. There's but two reason why. There's no but. Just do with my eye. I need to turn on that light over there for a little bit. So there's this. I'm jamming out to this song, and it's a rendition of "Charge of the Light Brigade," and it's this man. It's this male singer named Seth Abstract. He did a couple of other songs that have gone fairly viral. He basically takes certain poems and he turns them into songs. His most famous one is "The Raven," where he kind of speed raps the poem "The Raven." Uh, you've probably heard it on Facebook, or you've probably seen a short on YouTube. Um, if you're interested in that kind of musicality, um, I recommend it. I recommend it. It's pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. But the Charge of the Light Brigade, his rendition of the Charge of the Light Brigade is fantastic, and it's a good It's a really good song. Would the Light Brigade? There's nothing I could reply. There's not a reason why. There's not to do and die. The Medford soldiers move. That run through. Charging out the world. Wonder. Made. Made. Forward. The Light Brigade. Over the valley of death. To the mouth they've held. Stormed over started shout forward. The Light Brigade. Orphan heroes fell into the jaws of death. Only the Light Brigade. Cannon to left of them, front of them, 600. Thundered, smoke shattered and thundered. Light Brigade, already a valley of death, to the mouths of hell, storming of shot and shaft word. The Light Brigade, orphan hero fell into the jaws of death. Only the Light Brigade. $600. The death for him was left of them. Ooh, I love those Uruks. I love that yellow. That's a solid. That's a solid color. Hell, stormed the shot and sheltered. The Light Brigade. Innocent hero fell into the jaws of death. Live the Light Brigade. The Light Brigade. Honor the Light Brigade. That's a really good rendition of a song. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front you guys. go. See. Name of Annabelle Lee, so sure to watch me of me. Fries. Annabelle Lee. Couldn't find the exact one, so no oil it is. No, that's a really good technique, my guy. I think you should give yourself a little bit more grace with your painting, man. You're a fantastic painter. Ah, shucks. Well, I can touch that up a little bit. Okay, I need to watch Project Hail Mary. I keep seeing fan arts of the characters. Yeah. Project Hail Mary was a fantastic movie. Um, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. It was amazing. Would not. I could not have disappointed at all. I think really the only issue I had with it is that they didn't explain all the hard science fully. They kind of surface level explained some of the hard science, but then they peeled off every once in a while. Um, but yeah, oh, amazing. I'd love it. Will do, will do. All right, good. All right. Yeah, this turned out okay. There's a reason why. Phew! Oh man. Whew. Shit. All right, where are those overns? In front of them, dread thundered, bunches of battle smoke, shuddered and thundered, and committing yourself to make it to going out and making Warhammer friends when I get to Mobile, painting and playing games with myself. Have I found a group on? So the biggest issue that I've struggled with, right? Particularly with one being as high ranking as I am, um, and then two, um, the fact that Edwards is pretty remote. Um, it sucks because you're not. Um, there's not a huge pool of people that you can just kind of kick it and hang out with. Like when I first got here, there was another tech sergeant called um, there was another tech sergeant Steinrook uh, that me and him would just chill and we would play. And because we were on the same flight, it just kind of worked out. We had the same weekends and days off and whatnot, and I could film and play. The problem with that particular the well, not it wasn't a problem, but the issue with being in the military is that your friends leave after after a while. And he had been at Edwards for a hot minute. I mean, he had been at Edwards since I want to say 4 years at that point. And then he caught orders to Malmstrom, uh, and so he's there now. I think he went to Malmstrom. It's either that or FE, one of the two bases. Um, so it's tough being my rank and actually being able to film battle reports and just, you know, create content. And yeah, you could say, well, why don't you just sit and play? Don't you don't need to film battle reports or all that stuff. And I would love to do that. I really would. Um, but for every one day that I'm playing Warhammer and not filming, it's one day that I'm not trying to meet the goals and generate cash for the the what's it called? I'm drawing a blank for the charities that I'm championing. You know, so it's a balancing act. Would I love to have somebody that loves to play and we can just film in my garage and all that stuff and 101. Oh yeah, okay, all right. And we wouldn't have any issues with that. Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I don't have that ability anymore, and it sucks. But there are places for me to play. As far as places for me to film, it's just my house, and there is Green Tower Games in Santa Clarita, but that is also an hour drive. Um, and so it's like an hour drive there, an hour drive back. I'm burning gas like it's nobody's business. Um, and yeah, while I'm not trying to complain about it, at the same time, it's just like, oh God, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I think my biggest hurdle is the fact that I'm a tech sergeant. There's not a whole lot of tech sergeants that are into that are in security forces and are into Warhammer, unfortunately. Or allow me to rephrase. There's not a whole lot of tech sergeants that are stationed at Edwards Air Force Base that are into Warhammer to the extent that I am into Warhammer and actually have some of the materials that I would need to make a battle board and all that stuff. There, we'll say it that way. But hey, you do what you can. That's all you can do. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. everyone here does competitive play. I'm not into that at all. I've had dozens of painted armies and nothing to do with them. Yeah, that's. Oh, I feel you, man. That's the worst. Um, I definitely. Oh God. I sense a soul in search of answers. Yeah, I feel your pain on that one. That's just booty in my that's just ooh, brother, ooh. Yeah, I hate that. I hate not being able to find people that you can just jive with and and feel that you're being reciprocated. You know what I mean? Like bro, that's gnarly. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind competitive players. I don't mind people who play competitively. Uh, what I do mind is that okay, you have this list and you have this lovely painted army and it's all fluff, right? Or it's story or not necessarily all fluff, but it is heavily story based, right? And then the guy's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I'm just gonna shit all over your parade," and you're just like, "Ah, sick, thanks." It's like that TikTok, uh, meme where it's just like, "Ah, I can't wait to play my favorite game and be able to relax." Then it like smash cuts. I was then, you know, I was then taken advantage of and bent over by a bunch of sweaty tryhards for 2.5 hours. You know what I mean? Like that's basically, smash cuts to that, or smash cuts to that, and you're just like, oh fuck, why am I playing this game? And like, there's no point to it if you're not gonna have fun. 96, 99. Are you winning, son? Yeah, exactly. Gee, son, are you winning? No, sir, I'm not. Are you having fun, son? No, I am woefully not having fun. The amount of fun I am having can be summed up into these words: da 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 da. Fuck. But yeah, I think last time I was at a GW shop, there was a guy wearing a fancy outfit, suspenders, neatly trimmed mustache. It was quite jarring, but he seemed cool and enthusiastic about the hobby. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there's there. Look, I think it all depends on where you're at, right? There are definitely Warhammer fiefdoms all throughout the world, right? In the States, this is what I believe to be true, right? Take it for a grain of salt, but in the States, unless your immediate friend group that you develop and foster within your immediate friend group, right, agrees to having a fluff list and a tournament list and agrees to bring both or collect enough for both, most of the gaming community in Warhammer particularly is competitive play, particularly in the United States. And there are swaths of other Warhammer gaming fiefdoms, right? There's definitely areas where it's like, oh yeah, we have competitions, but most of our armies are all fluff. Whereas on the other side of the house, it's like, oh yeah, we have competitions, and this is the most sweatiest, cutthroat, dirtiest list you will ever see. I chase the meta every day. And I refuse to have X, Y, and Z. Like they basically stack the cards as much as they can, then try and take out as much of random chance with dice throws as possible in order to win, right? So, you know, that's what I think. I think within the United States that there are just fiefdoms where it's like, oh, we normally play fluffy lists or you normally play competitive, and there's not much in between. And unfortunately, um, in my opinion, Games Workshop is trying to be a sports league, which they have their right to try and foster that kind of commitment and community. But because they want to be a sports league, they uh, sacrifice um, the hobby side of the house, and they emphasize more of the sports league stuff. Um, I mean, which is in their right and purview to do. I mean, Games Workshop is going to Games Workshop, and I can't force a company to change their strategy. If their marketing strategy proves that they gain more income through people who meta chase and who competition crawl through other brackets and shit, I can't I can't say no to that because they've done the arithmetic and they're like, well, if these small fiefdoms of competitive players are chasing meta and they don't necessarily care about their army composition and X, Y, and Z, and as long as the army composition makes sense and it doesn't violate, the soup rules or all that stuff, then that's more money in our bank account because they have to buy literally everything that is dangerous and effective. Um, and then rebuy stuff if they retool certain kits or retool certain squad loadouts and layouts that are no longer considered valid. You know, so I used to compete for years, did pretty well. Now I just want campaign of like 1,000 to 1,500 points. Yeah, that's the other thing is that 2,000 point battles take fucking forever, particularly if you're in the shooting phase and you have a massive shooting army like I do. My guard shooting phase is pretty gnarly. And most units nowadays have special rules to them, so you got to remember those too. So, oh man, woo, I'm getting tired. And when I get tired, I get sloppy. I gotta get to bed now. I'll try and catch you your next stream, man. Well, I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. I should probably be thinking about hitting the sack soon, but I at least want to get these arms done. They don't look too complicated, he said, hoping that he doesn't get absolutely skull fucked by these sprues. But have a good sleep there, Mark. 96. Is in one first not to do and die. World of thunder. Flying a path to the mouth of hell. Remember shot and shell. The Light Brigade. Only the Light Brigade. Them cannon, to left of them, cannon in front of them. We're just 100 rifles if I ain't say stroke. The thundered. Plunged battery smoke, shattered and sundered when a fade. Wild charge they made. To the hearts of death, only the Light Brigade. Ah. 600. Thundered.
Yet her strength is nothing against.
Commissar's big frost is like a statue. Yeah, I'm just trying to look at artwork, trying to make sure that I get this right. What did I miss? I realized that if I go purple green, I'll be doing the Joker. White, right down to the white face skull. Ah, I see. Hold on. Let me. We can think of something else. Jester colors. Oh, this is a good one. Crap. Oh, of course it's too fucking small. Ah. Okay, this is actually a good one. There, I sent that one to you. That's also a good one. Um, you want more Venetian though. Let's see if we can find you a Venetian. This one's pretty good. That one's Venetian style. Um, there is also this one. No, don't give me that. It's for an opera though. Screamer Pinks and Dari Dust. Although, yeah, those ones are nice too. All right, good, 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 good. No, no, no. It's perfectly fine, Johnny. Thank you for joining me when you can. I'm actually working on your Ogrins right now. But yeah, those are my recommendations if you were going to do a jester. The reason why I went with the Venetian style is because um, that's a more modern interpretation, and they have the death masks or face masks, not actual death masks, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what I would do. I saw that. They're looking good. Well, I'm off basing them white. Okay, good, good, good. We've finally made the decision that you help. Yeah, I'm gonna put the Ripper guns together now. And then we have to figure out what color the tank tops are going to be because I finally got the colors that you were looking for. So we were talking about Baneblade brown, right? And then we had Ogren camo, right? And then um, I got XV88, and then I got Doom Bull brown. So whichever one of those you want to do the t-shirts the with. I'll probably go with the first one with some Venetian colors. Who knows? I'll keep you posted. Okay, all right. Well, I the first one is actually pretty. I think is if you want to keep that noble purple, but not make it look like the Joker from Batman. That's not bad. That's not a bad look. Uh, and then you could do the death mask or the face mask, the face plate, Venetian style, right? Do it that way. Like I said, it's your model. I'm not, but those are my suggestions. A mix of the two. And then if you look at the Pinterest one, that's an actual jester's court jester's costume for an opera. So you could do it that way too. Um, I mean, you've got options. Might do the skull mask two colored. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. You got it. Like I said, you've got options. 34, 38, 35, 88. Okay, cool. I'm thinking Bane Blade Brown is looking good to me. Open Camera would be my second choice. Little hard, but I think Baneblade. All right, so let's do Baneblade. Let's get that one done and out of the way because that one's going to be. There's only two shirts, and then the other guy is shirtless. Um, oh no, that's XV88. Baneblade Brown. And the beauty is, if we fuck it up, we can fix it. applied a little bit watery. I think I prefer it that way because we can always go back with a second coat. And plus, this is a bit of a test piece for this kind of color. I've never painted with Baneblade Brown before. And I'd rather make sure that it is going to be the right and correct color that we're looking for. Uh-huh. Oh, you got that bot. AI viewers from Streamaboo. Yep, nope. I don't need AI viewers. No, thank you. It's not, my sniping eye is sharp tonight. Yeah, no, you got it. You got it in one there, Johnny. Got it in one. Can't even complain about it either. Last night was my model assembly. I'm not hobbying at the moment, so my hands are free to play more Whack-A-Bot. Oh, okay, all right. This is a picture of my deathbed hanging high upon the wall. My dreams and aspirations come for me for a talk. There was about the words that can keep me out of it. There was looking for perspective. I'd like to get my take. Chamfer rough but anecdote. Just my English say. All right, so I only did half the T-shirt, and I want to make sure that you're okay with what we're looking at. Nothing to do but complain. My friends. Oh God, come on, focus on me, on the model. The room that is time. Up and tuck in to my deathbed. There we go. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, all right, okay, good. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep that. Seal of approval given. Well, I'm glad. So what's it called? Build last night. Or was it the Inquisitor's horse again? Do complain, all of my friends. To my deathbed. He's ready to paint. Okay. Nothing to do but complain. All of my friends. Details are cool, but it'll be in the room. And it's time to get up and talking to my deathbed. Uh, I'm apparently assembling my backlog character model of Zark. Ah, I see. Oh man, trying to get an even mixture on this paint is It's not a challenging task, but it's certainly like pretty pretty demanding just to get it flat, right? Fresh and green, my Johnny. That's a good lineup. That's a really good lineup, Guacamole. All right, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and take some water in. Just as soon as it began, no time to duck or dodge, and he had no time to plan. All right. It's just it's it. I think I thinned it a little, but it's okay. I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit and see what happens. Line he never seen. Emperor Savior Johnny. Rubberman make him stop. Empress Savior Johnny. Snap, his war was over just as soon as it began. Had no time to duck or dodge, and he had no time to plan. Never saw the one that got him, and he never heard the shot. Never stopped to think it through, till it went right through his thoughts. Roland was a plasma gunner, bright, bright and bold, my Roland. He knew just how to run it right. right and rolled my Roland. Just thinking we wouldn't do no harm. Empress Savior Roland. She held that trigger just a bit too long. Empress Savior Roland. Snap, his war was over just as soon as it began. Oh, Roland copped a meeting with the Emperor of Man. Some roots and frozen teeth were all the Medicaid could find. Roland, a mighty plasma gunner, went and lost his bloody mind. I rose up wrapped in brand and dear, kind and dear, my captain, but he held in his heart a secret dear, kind and dear, my captain. He laid his eyes upon the foes. Oh, Empress, save your captain. Poor Pharaoh was lost his nerve and froze. Oh, Empress, save your captain. Snap! His war was over just as soon as it began. The Commissar had just relieved him of the burden of command. Assertiveness was then restored with just a single bolt around. Captain that were strewn about on the dry and dusty ground. Oh, Henry was of mighty Kazakin, sharp and fast, my Henry. You never seen a fight he couldn't win. Sharp and fast, my Henry. For the hell on a hopeless flank. Oh, Empress, save you, Henry. We do it sometimes for the other ranks. Oh, Empress, save you, Henry. Snap, his war was over just as soon as it began. A regiment or more to run his final stand. Fallen marked the bloody valley where old Henry died. Never got to see his victory, but Henry turned the tide. I do like this call and response song. It's a solid song. Again, a little bit leery of the fact that it's an AI or maybe semi AI generated, but a really good call and response song. Again, little worried about it, but solid song. Also, ooh, Johnny, I got to tell you about this other musician. Not AI, so you don't have to, or not AI adjacent, so you don't have to worry about that. Have you heard of this guy called Seth the Abstract or Seth Abstract? And the word tooth and coats himself. Yes, yes, yes. And while I'm waiting for that, I'm just gonna we're gonna show you what we got so far for this shirt. And if you like it, then we'll just kind of press from there. Cannot say I've heard of him. All right, so the reason why I bring him up is he's done a phenomenal job turning some of Edgar Allan Poe's poems into actual songs. Uh, he did one for Annabel Lee, he did one for The Raven. He actually turned The Charge of the Light Brigade into a song, that particular poem. So, um, look him up. I think he's just right up your alley. If you want some niche, kind of weird, filking, for lack of a better word, music, I think he's right up your alley. Um, I'm digging it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here, I'll throw you the Raven, and then I'll throw you Charge of the Light Brigade. Hold on, let me give you that, because it's a solid earworm. I am 100% about it. Oh, it's got his playlist. Oh, fantastic. I wish I could play it because it's actually not bad. It's not offensive at all. I just sent you the link. And I'll send it to Quackamo too, just so he can jive with us. Vibe and jive. But yeah, I think we're good. I'll probably touch up a little bit of the shirt. What do we want to do for the belt and the harness? I'm thinking the clasp can be gold, right? Oh yeah, that is definitely Helldivers inspired. I mean, if not up its nose, it's or sorry, if it's not across the nose, it's definitely up it and through it. That is about as subtle as a brick to the face. Nice, maybe brass. Okay, we could do brass. You want to keep it black, or are we okay with another color? Maybe a dark brown. Okay, all right, we could definitely do a dark brown. And we got Doom Bull back, so we could actually do a leather. We could actually make this a leather belt. Ah, I'm liking what you're putting down. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely do that. But yeah, let me know what you think about these songs. Or the Raven in Charge of the Light Brigade is probably the best. Doom Bull might be good for that. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm glad we've got on the same wavelength. And then we actually have it this time, and it won't go dry. I see we're same wavelength. Yeah. I'm just gonna take some of that Baneblade Brown again, and then we're just gonna just clean up the shirt a little bit.
This is good stuff. A little more rap than I expected, but good. Well, so the Raven is just straight rap, right? Annabelle, a little bit more like grungy rock rap, but then Forward the Light Brigade is fantastic. Reminds me of MC Lars Flow Like Poe. Oh yeah, I remember him. Fuck, I remember MC Lars. He also did um Don't Download This Song. Or maybe that's a different MC Lars. MC Lars is a pretty common moniker, I think. I'll give him more of a solid listen tomorrow. I mean, he's pretty good. It's definitely an earworm for me. The Forward the Light Brigade one is definitely an earworm for me. All right, let's see how much these Vestroyans are going to cost. The entire platoon is going to cost 220 bucks. Ugh. Jesus. That is upsetting. Yeah, that's slightly upsetting that the entire platoon is going to cost 220 bucks. Cuz what how much is the squad? The squad costs 69, which is you know. And it only comes with oh yeah, a flamer. Oh. If the 11th weren't dropping next month. Yeah, no, I mean I know. I know. If 11th was not right around the fucking corner. Oh yeah, it is MC Lars. MC Lars did do download this song back in 2009. Ooh. Oh, sorry, no, not 2009. 11 years ago. 11 years ago this debuted. So what is that? 2015. Oof. I'm still kind of hoping against hope that they'll redo them in plastic someday. But if so, it's probably going to be 5 or 6 years down the road. Given the Steel Legion are already supposed to be coming out in a year or two. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would love to have every Imperial Guard. Yeah, we're getting old. I know we are. I would love to have every Imperial Guard regiment have its day in the sun and be plastic. I just don't see GW moving on it, and that's what upsets me about the whole thing. Did this busted? Hold on. I gotta fix my share. No, we got a man down. I wouldn't know. I wasn't a part of that scene. Let me just go stretch real quick. Oh, man. Oh, I can hear myself popping. Yeah, so here's my take on the Imperial Guard regiments, right? Yeah, I miss them too. Um, Here's my take on the Guard regiments. If they were to do any more plastic Guard, it would be the Mordians and the Praetorians, simply because it's just a head swap. Hell, they could sell it in the same damn box. Um, and that would be that. Uh, but realistically, so and you have and I hate to do it. I hate to be like the cynic, right? But realistically, you have to look at cost. They just redesigned the Cadians not even 7 years ago in 2019. They released the Krieg in plastics in 10th, so 4 years ago. The only reason why they're releasing the Steel Legion is because of the massive backlash they got online um, about not having the Steel Legion be debuted with the War for Armageddon and revealing what's it called, Yarick, Commissar Yarick. Um, and I think they were. I think two things can be true at the same time. I think they were thinking about releasing the Steel Legion at some point. I think the massive backlash of the fact that there was zero Steel Legion within the reveal trailer of Commissar Yarick and people being pissed about it um, was uh, just kind of sped that timetable up. You know what I mean? They're also not going to overlap units where they can. Any specific regiment models are going to need gear specific loadouts that don't have current coverage. Yeah, and yeah, returning to Armageddon without the Steel Legion. What were you thinking, GW? Yeah, basically. So and so you're counting it, right? So you're counting. Okay, so they just redesigned the Cadians 7 years ago. They just re-released, or they just put the Krieg into plastics, and now they're the outrage of the Steel Legion thing basically has pushed them to start developing the Steel Legion kits. Um, we're likely to see returns several times within the next 3 years. Yeah, simple as that. So what are we ignoring? What is Games Workshop forced to ignore? Games Workshop's forced to ignore the Catachans again. Those kits are literally, they came out in what, 2002, 2003. They are old enough to drink, drive, and buy a fucking car. um, and depending if it's 2002, they're old enough to rent a car. Um, so the Catachans are once again shelved, no pun intended. The Any aspirations of any other Imperial Guard regiment being brought to the fore in plastics is shelved. Um, oh, don't believe that they just started development on the Steel Legion kits. They supposedly have 5-year cycle from commissioning artwork to actual release. But still, I mean, even I believe that the outrage has pushed up their planning. So even if they're not in production of Steel Legion kits, they definitely had to move up the timetable. They were forced to move up the timetable. Um, and that's the long and short of it. But now, but again, that might push other Imperial Guard centric projects out the way, completely out the way. So, your Elysian drop troops, you've got Tempestus Aquilons for that. You're not going to get Elysian drop troops. You want your Mordian Iron Guard or Praetorians or Teleran or Valhallans? Nope. Those are, or Vestroyan for that matter. Nope. Those are the way of the buffalo. That's it. I think they just under. Do you think we'll get some Mobians? I think they just underestimated the outrage on them not being able to launch outside. So yeah, I think they moved up timetable. Yeah, so this is my pulling it out of my ass and throwing it to the wall and seeing if it sticks. This is my crackpot theory, my tinfoil hat, as it were. Um, but with like everything in the hobby, everything has a cascade effect, and that cascade effect is um, now you're if Games Workshop actually does care about like the people TM, the hobby TM, the buyers TM, the consumers TM, um, they I think that they have enough flexibility to do that. So, eh, eh, I don't know. I I think yeah, I like I said, I think that they screwed it up. I really do. I think the outrage and the backlash screwed it up for them. And now we're forced to. You can kind of sort of see the other echoes of other regiments. The Tempestus Kuro echoes the Aquilon drop troops. Yeah, 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 or the Tempestus Aquilons echo Elysian drop troops. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. I mean that's 100% what it is. But again, the problem is that there's literally, you have to pay the kill team tax in order to get them. Um, and then if you want 3 of those Aquilons in your army, because I know people who do run that stuff, you have to pay the kill team tax 3 times. Do you think we'll get Mobians? No. No, I don't think we'll get Mobians. Sorry, Guacamole, I just saw that comment. I don't think that they'll get I don't think we'll get Mobians at all. I think if we were to get Mobians, they would have to be a very serious tie-in, and it would be character baddies for the specialty games, not the actual battle line game of 40K. It'd be like for It'd be like for Necromunda or um, one of the other, or Blackstone Fortress, or one of the other Kill Team games. Um, it wouldn't be for anything else. Oy. Ooh. All right, I'll let this dry. Just gonna touch up a little bit. I'm getting Mobians of my own, bluish gray with all helmeted heads. So I hate the kill team tax. Either you pay it up front or you wait until the kit leaves current circulation and becomes available for 40K standard release. By which time the prices have gone up anyhow. Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's the kill team tax is fucking real. Loads of spikes and skulls on spikes. I mean, I think people have 3D printed the Mobian cultists. I remember there being a bunch of 3D printed Chaos Trader Guard sculpts that looked pretty decent. They may not necessarily be the Mobian 6 in actual name and function, but or sorry, in name, but they're definitely in function and aesthetic. All right, I don't want to ruin something that we're pretty good on, because perfect is the enemy of good. Um, but Johnny, I just want your opinion on this Ogren T-shirt before we move on to the next Ogren T-shirt, and then we move on to the actual like belts and stuff. Is this guy good to go? Are you happy with the color? There is some variation in the T-shirt, but nothing too outrageous. You could attribute it to body stains. Plus, I think this is Nork Dagod's body, so he's not. No, that's Nork's. Terminally watched too much TikTok and they got sucked into the challenge. Yeah. Well. All right, cool, 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 cool. All right, move on to the other shirt. I'm probably going to stop paying now. I'm going to sleep a little bit and take an extra nap. No, that's all right. That's all right. It's all right, Quackamo. At least I helped you figure out what you wanted to do. And plus, painting tired is never a good thing because you'll make mistakes, says the guy that's up at midnight plus 17 after working a 14-hour shift. Pot meet kettle. Yeah, we did. I didn't have a great night. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the reasons why I haven't got up to. Uh, there's reasons why I haven't gotten around to finishing up Inquisitor Croyle. I looked at the building instructions and went, "Nope, this is for when I am well rested." Today I was around, so I didn't get a lot done during my rested hours. Oh no! All right, I got this guy squared away now. We'll clean up the skin and all that stuff, but I just want to make sure that the shirt is good to go. Oh, well, of course now it doesn't want to focus. Oh, yeah. Also, Death Jester is not a fun build. It's definitely not my least nice build. I'll probably get another one. Ay ay ay. So what do you think, Johnny? This one passed snuff too? Past muster? Up to snuff, as it were? Yeah, they're definitely giving off Brute Squad a good Brute Squad feel. I'll call the Brute Squad. I'm on the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. Oh, okay. I hope you make the most of it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna. All right. It's mid. It's almost about to be midnight 30. I do got to get some rest. I really feel like I need to pick up the new Death Jester model on point, but I still have my old my original metal models. Those were always my favorite. I mean, the I think honestly, this is why I kind of dislike GW. I think they should. Um, I think they should still honor their commitment to like the older models. Be like, look, if you got these old models, the only thing you need to do is put them on a base, and then we're good to go. Um, because the old models, yeah, they weren't the most detailed and they weren't the most refined, but they were wacky, and they had character to them, and they had and throwing them in a newer army just kind of, I think, makes it better for the army. It tells a better story than the newer plastics with the multi kits and the multi style details and the mold injection where you can get the cleanest recess details and the cleanest um, you know parts to add and all that stuff. So like, but I still wish, I still very much wish that they um, that they actually focused on the older models and allowed you to use those older models in support. So that's my take on it. All right. I'm getting a little tired. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, and I feel like if I try and paint and muscle through, I'm going to make mistakes. So I think we're going to call it here. I want to say we're going to call it here. Um, we made some progress, not full progress, right? But I think we made enough progress to where we just do the Ripper guns and the knives tomorrow for these three Ogrins, or for the two other Ogrins left. We do their faces, and then um, uh, we do the armor for Nork. And then that's. Oh yeah, no, that was the longest yawn ever. Yeah, and then we get it done. All right, I'm actually starting to drift. Like my eyes are really starting to get heavy for legitimate reasons. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I appreciate everybody that stuck with me, even though we had a lot of. Oh yeah, see, I 100% think that should be, yeah, yeah. That old Death Jester looks phenomenal. Yeah, no. See, they should just be like, yeah, if you got this, it's a Death Jester. Just put it on the right base. That's it. We'll reconvene tomorrow. Sleep well, all. Yep, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep. I'm feeling it. All right. Don't paint when you're tired. You know when to quit. All right. I know we didn't get a whole lot done, but we got the paints that we needed. The shirts are done. We touched up on the skin just to make sure that the skin was good. We did a ripper. Next, tomorrow morning, after I do my PT and I do stuff around the house, we'll reattack this fresh and with new eyes. And yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. If you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, join Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because I'm supporting the supporters and I want to give them gifts because they're awesome people and all that stuff. We'll get there when we get there. Yep, absolutely. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Join the YouTube, join the Twitch, join the Twitter, join the Instagram, join the Facebook, join the Discord. We got the Discord community is plenty awesome. And if you want to be if you want to get a gift like this, You got to be active in the community, and you definitely have to be. Got the day off tomorrow, so I'm planning to do some hobbying anyhow. Ooh, very nice. Um, yeah. If you want to get like a gift like this, you got to be a part of the community, an active part of the community, not just sitting there waiting for me to select you, because then it will never happen, right? I give. If you put in the work, then I'll put in the work with you. That kind of a deal. Anyway, um, thank you all for watching. My name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.